Take a look at this double blank sentence completion question. It's a little unorthodox in its style, but it's worth a look. Let's read it together. Her novel published to worldwide acclaim, her wonderful gifts recognized by leading figures of the Harlem Renaissance, her status as yet blank by envious slights. Hurston clearly was at the blank of her career. Now, the sentence itself is a little strange for an SAT question because you have a litany of phrases in the beginning and then you have the actual simple sentence at the end. Hurston clearly was at the blank of her career. Looking at the first three parts of the sentence, worldwide acclaim, wonderful gifts recognized, her status as yet blank by envious slights. Now that's a little bit of a change. The word envious should raise a red flag. Two highly positive pieces. And then you have her status as yet blank by envious slights, right? Envy being a negative quality. Hurston clearly was at the blank of her career. So, sentence analysis takes you into the part where you have two great points made about Hurston. And then you have her status wasn't yet something bad by envious slights. What that leads you to is the last part. Hurston clearly was at the blank of her career. Something positive. Look only at the second choice in A through E. Edge, ebb, tremendously, sympathy, and zenith. One of those words fits, the other four do not. And if you take a look at all five of them, if you plug in the blank, right, Hurston Clear was at the edge of her career, possible. Ebb, well, to ebb and flow is to go back and forth, right? The ebb would be to go back. Tremendously was at the tremendously of her career. That word doesn't even fit. Hurston was clear at the sympathy of her career. Again, C and D are awkward and don't work at all, don't fit, just in terms of basic usage. And then you have at the zenith of her career, another possibility. So really what you're looking at is A or E, maybe B, but it doesn't really look good. So taking a look at the first blank, her status, remember, we've had two wonderful statements about Hurston. Her status as yet blank by envious slights, unmarred, unspoiled, untainted, blackened, and untarnished. They're all somewhat similar, right? They're all kind of negative words, and they all pretty much fit, right? Untainted, unmarred by envious lights, untarnished by envious lights, blackened by envious lights. Going through them in terms of meaning, they all work. So going back to the second half, that's where you have to go. You have to take a look at A or E as being your best choices, right? So her gifts recognized by the leading figures of Harlem Renaissance, her status as yet unmarred by envious lights. This is A now. Hurston clearly was at the edge of her career. Good, but not great. Let's take a look at E. Novel published, gifts recognized by the leading figures of the Harlem Renaissance, her status as yet untarnished by envious lights. Hurston clearly was at the zenith of her career. Well, that works the best, simply because zenith is a synonym for apex or summit or the top, right? The pinnacle. All of these words fit. Zenith is also a somewhat common SAT word. You should learn it in the little bit of vocabulary study that you do. I recommend reading works at a high level that use words like zenith. That's a much easier and more entertaining way to go about your business. So the answer is E, and with the double blanks, you have to analyze the sentence carefully, and I recommend using one blank at a time. That will be a much more effective and much more efficient way because you can eliminate obviously wrong choices first.